2012?
Yes.
K. Stewart, Native Plant Society. And we are in a seep below what I've always called, quote-unquote, a vernal pool above the McCoy Ranch, overlooking Boulder Creek.
Where are you going next?
Well, I'm just coming over here to get a little better view of this deer grass meadow. Oh, well, the water's coming right out of the rock.
Here's a little scarlet pimpernel, and that's an alien.
And
there's a few things here that I've seen.
How about this orange thing?
That's a scarlet pimpernel.
I like the color. Oh well.
It is, it's beautiful. It's next to some native monkey flower.
The monkey flower is the
little yellow one. These little yellow ones.
Okay, Kate just said this is an elderberry. I'm like staring straight at it. Which there are quite a few up here. We see this a lot. This is the blue. What did you call this blue flower?
Yeah, the bluish green. The leaves, you mean?
Yeah.
That's a lotus.
Oh, lotus.
Yeah.
But not like the other kind of lotus.
There's several lotuses.
It looks like the back of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Yeah. Tyrannosaurus Sioux.
We're getting a lot of wind.
Yeah. Not a botanist. So can we head up the hill from here?
Well, friends, you are looking at the best kept secret in the U.S. federal government. That's called the K. Stewart Trail. We won't tell you how it goes.
You have to find it for yourself.
There's Boulder Creek down below, which is kind of neat, way on down there.
And the McCoy. Out in the middle there.
They're going to give me 3 burritos this time. That's Eagle Peak out in the distance there. Looking all happy.
Nice vein of some pink.
It's, right there's that field we came from. There's what's left of K. Stewart. Okay, well, good stuff. I like this rock.
Yeah,
I like the way this thing does here.
I think veins running through it.
It's just,
Granite, something special in the middle of it.
oh, there's even more seeping out of it right there.
About canyon wrens.
Yeah.
And we heard one. Come on, sing for us again. Because you just don't hear them anywhere else than real wild places.
And we think we heard one.
I know I heard one.
Okay there.
And here, for instance, is an old oak branch. It's got little D-shaped exit poles. Oh no, some of them are circular, some of them are round. I take it back. Most of them are circular, but a few are D. And this has been down for ages. And how did those little holes get in it, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is cool. Water seeping, moss. Makes Cindy happy. Let's do a quick sweep of a really cool view. Kind of fun to be doing video again, in a way.
Very different. Yeah, so let's make it up
She
there.
says, sunshine mountain out there. Yeah, I'm going to give me bed a half second here. Maybe 15 of them. Rancho Alegría. Viejas. Of course, Boulder Creek again. I'm sure I'm getting lots of wind. Almost on the very top, Cuyamaca and view, like never before, sorta. Over there, but not this time. It was interesting. Pretty interesting out there. That view is just incredible. As is the wind, I'm sure. We are on top. This is the Big 12 off in the distance. Hopefully it'll be easier to see on a TV than on this little tiny screen. And we'll get more of it later.
So the other waterfall, there's another waterfall.
Yes. Hopefully we'll get to a point where you can see it.
I thought that was...
It is. It is. It runs.
But you said, comes from between there.
It goes between
here.
North and Middle, yeah.
Got it.
Down like that. That thing coming between Middle and Cuyamaca is Sill Hill, which is what we call the Big 12.
Okay. Got it.
That's K. Stewart. Out there is Eagle Peak. Below it. Cool Ranch. Yo! There's a lady running after her hat. That's, I think, the Marston Road out there. And the way we used to go, I presume maybe the Forest Service went that way when they got here, unless they flew over it or something, I don't know. Pretty out here. Eagle Peak out there. And we're going to go take a look at this thing out there. So. Not much water right now, surprisingly. It has a bit of a lip. Oh, it has water standing.
It's kind of an iris kind of a plant. These little,
yeah.
The white old foliage.
We've seen them.
Black grass or yellow California grass, I'm not sure which. I'm just looking for...
I'm going to say it on the camera again, not to drive you crazy, but yes, in 2005 this thing was so full that where she's standing was underwater and the water flowed out that direction down the trench on the back side of the mountain. And it also flowed this direction for several hundred yards and became a creek going that way. This whole thing was completely full.
We got real active gopher or vole or something, but if Nate has a macro lens, I'd like him to take a picture of a little plant here.
Okay. Hey Nate, your photographic skills are being requested. Every time I come here, it's a little different.
Avoid walking in this if you can walk around the edge where
yeah, if you can come this way.
There's a little plant right here that I need a macro.
Alright, I came back over here to get a little more close up of this thing. There's a dime, you can get it the other size.
Leaves. It's really cool.
Uh-huh.
So you look down in here and you see these little kind of glistening little leaves, and it's because they're surrounded by what they're releasing, the gases they're releasing. Like, see this one here? How it's kind of sparkly?
Yes.
If you touch it, the little bubbles come off. So anyway, but anyway, there's a bubble, but there's a bubble. So, but I don't know what this is. This little, it's in the pea family, probably, being with 3 leaves like that. But there's very particular plants that are associated with the vernal pools down lower elevation. One's called button celery, and others called they're mints. They're in the mint family. So I was looking to see if this, but this is not.
It's a little bit stirred up. I wonder if the wind did that.
Oh, there was a pollywog or something.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, something was moving in here.
So you can see it's quite marshy right there.
Yeah, this is definitely a little marsh.
Now, does that make it a vernal pool, or does it matter if we have a good label, or?
It is not a vernal pool. This is a little marsh, it's a little wetland.
This?
It's a little freshwater marsh. This one is.
Uh-huh.
But unless there's like that little plant there, I'll ask her if she could help me identify. But there's a bench just right here.
Well, that's nice of them.
Yeah. But this, anyway, so that's...
Now, what about that one up there? Is the
that
jury's
one,
out on that one?
That one, the jury's out on that one. Yeah, because, I mean, without knowing what that little plant is with the little...
So you're looking for certain types of plants that qualify it under this designation of some sort? Because to me it's standing water that comes back every year, and that's...
No, a vernal pool is a pool that develops its own soil types as a part of its evolution. The soil is and so it holds that water much longer than what's around it, and it evolves over time based on what plants and animals are living in it that affects the soil chemistry.
This is probably getting a little help from the granite underneath.
Yeah. That's a good girl. Okay,
definitely, so it's like an upland meadow no matter what.
Yeah, this is
wetland.
For sure. Yeah, that's a little marsh, a little tiny freshwater marsh. But that other one, I don't know. So I'm game for starting to head down the mountain.
I'm going to walk you this way just a little bit. We're fine. We are fine. The explorer friend here says you're going to be all right. Kind of interesting how all this plays together.
That at times going down and going up. You've got to take more care.
Yeah. Not to worry. Not to worry. Yeah, it all came flowing out of there, and
yeah, it just loses its way down.
It became a stream. We followed this canyon then all the way to the bottom, where, well, at one point I think I had to get up on a ridge. It got prohibitively thick. Okay, we're in wet stuff here, and I'll try not to smush it. Seeping out. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah? There's just like, I'm going to go over this rock over here so you can get a little bit better glimpse of what this other canyon's like. It's pretty impressive. Oh, here's more standing area. I think the soil here is more mud-like than maybe back there. Up on top it was very decomposed granite, so you can see what's happening here.
Yeah, it's definitely much more weathered. There's a cool little rock with like a power seat up there.
Yeah. power hole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Wilmets, if you're listening, maybe we'll hide you there someday. I don't know, I'm kidding. It's probably... We'll find you the executive one, okay? Bring you cookies.
Coming down.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's turning into a little stream.
I like how that happens. I'm not sure I like having to walk here. Probably not a good idea. What my intention is, there seems to be the rock in the way.
Oh, to see.
I want you to see this thing because it's just like gaga. We're almost there. But, you know, it has, you just wouldn't believe how much this has grown up. Oh, this has come open a little bit. Like, I wonder why. Yeah, you're just going to have to come back.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the main falls, which is like...
I know, because we saw those farther down.
Yeah.
But I can kind of put the pieces together. We're seeing the upper part that we couldn't see down low.
Here, go over there and... I don't know what happened here, if all these just fell over and opened up this little area. I don't either, not without more than you're probably wanting to do. If I could get you up on that rock over there.
There's another rock there that might look over the top. That's likely.
Well, friends, she said she wanted to try, so we're going to. Yep. Isn't that amazing? Interesting little pattern. I'll try not to interface too much. I don't have to. Oh, yeah. Woohoo! That's a pretty good. We came a little bit more south than we ordinarily do because this canyon right here is what emanates out of that wetland series of pools. I'm talking to the camera as I do often. It's just, you know, it doesn't talk back. Anyway, and you can see the beginnings of what Janice McCallison and I called it Girl Falls because it was Daney and that was not, and so boy girl thing. And I don't know, they get together and make little falls. We could probably get on one of those little
ones over there and see even more.
Yeah.
Then how do we get back?
You don't.
Oh.
That's how you get addicted. Okay, I'm going to kind of get a little bit closer in and see how this thing all goes. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can see that waterfall. Yeah, see, I've been right up under them before. Oh yeah. Cuyamaca is getting full of clouds. Oh, I heard a hoopla. You can see the clouds and you can see the sun. Interesting. I think I found the way. Cinema Verde, handheld camera. Documentary in action. Here comes the sun. Not yet.
Patches of it, you know,
See up there? Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best promontories I've seen. Oh, limb mackerel. Called it Big 12. We're going to have to call it 13, 14, 15. Cinco de Big O. Oh, here we go. Pieces and parts of what we call Girl Falls. Cuyamaca. Yeah. The guy that told us about this, he was looking for that one because you could see part of it when you were on Boulder Creek Road.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got up on Sill Hill, he realized he was in a different place. Mm-hmm. So he had discovered something even bigger than the one that he was looking for.
Between the two, is Sill Hill or not? Which part is still called
Sill Hill for real.
Yeah.
Sill for real is actually kind of there. But Sill Hill Waterfall is up above this same creek. And I think, actually, to tell you the truth, I can just about see it. And I've never done that where I could actually get the whole thing.
There's down
Sorry.
This way.
Yeah. I'm going to come back with the camera. The camera's not behaving today. The camera gods were not willing. No, you cannot photograph us. Take our spirit. So, real time. At least you get to hear it. I like this part because I just get to sit there and watch it fall. Boom, boom, boom. The tier from there, okay, that much right there, I think is about 200 feet. I look at the topo map, I think the whole kit caboodle is over 8. Did not tell a lie. Try not to. You know.
This is where I wish I were just in Hazel.
Isn't it amazing? They just like, boom, they're here, they're there. Yada yada.
You know, it's real strange looking up at Middle Peak there. There's
it is strange.
Living conifer.
I know.
Sticking up above all those others. And there's some little clusters of them over in the saddle there.
I think I call it the crying tree or something. And that's the meadow that you go through.
Milk Ranch Road.
Milk Ranch Road goes to the Milk Ranch, which is, I'm doing one more kind of a sweep here to give you a good idea what this piece of canyon is like, how incredibly pristine, unspoiled, unique, rather majestic. That's Cuyamaca in front of me, the second highest peak in the county by only about 50 feet, 80 feet, something like that. Over 800-foot cascade there. The last 3 I can now get in perspective, which I've not been able to do all at once before, thanks to Kay Stewart. And on up towards the Marston, and you're looking straight on at Middle Peak, probably it was the most heavily forested at one time peak, and then around to North Peak, which has a tower on it, so we have cell service right here, believe it or not. This whole bowl that's partly owned by formerly the Marston and now someone whose name I don't know. I believe they're a doctor or something. And then this interesting mesa full of, it almost reminds me of the area around Corte Madera or Moreno Butte, where you've got low manzanita and rock and decomposed granite, and then this one area that's a little more silted and full of puddles. And why we thought we'd... Woohoo! We're coming! There's Girl Falls, Cuyamaca Falls.
That big old lumpy white boulder across the valley is so distinctive. Isn't that something?
Looks like it needs to fall.
Well, it's the one that's, there's a big sort of a solid rock face, and then below it is this big monster that's just sitting above a brownish, it's just so huge. It's an immense hunk of rock. Just being jumping off.
Double falls, triple falls, and then there's this area where it kind of cascades, and it used to have a bunch of conifers of some sort, I think coulters, and incense cedars, and Jeffreys, and it was like being in this canyon, this rocky canyon that had, up in the Sierras or something, you know. It was like a little piece of somewhere else. And then you can see it gets pretty narrow, and you're having to kind of slide. It's a tough climb. It's sort of, the last bit bends a little bit over here to the right or the left, or I mean the right or the south. And then if you follow this canyon on up a little higher, you notice a rocky area up here, which I believe is very close to the sill hill that is in Jerry Shadd's book. This is not for the faint-hearted. There is no easy access in or out or any way to call as you're down here. Every time I come here, it's a little different. It never ceases to amaze me. Go upstream a little bit. Boulder Gorge taking off towards Cuyamaca Lake. Come on, 3 or 4 miles up there. Actually got the sun out on North Peak a little bit. It's North Peak. Everything's starting to cloud in, which means we are seriously considering leaving. Looks like 800, well, my guess is that right there is 800 feet.
minute here.
Okay.
About an hour and a half.
Clouds coming in. What area going that way? I'm going to go more this route and come down the way that Kay and I came up. A little bit. Slightly more, but you know what? There's part of it that I can pretty much guarantee is difficult. It just is. But it won't be forever. Isn't that nice? We just like break out into Africa here. And your little friends here. Little yellow friends. You're on the African safari savanna. I guess it's supposed to do that. Yeah, the way I came in from the top, I think you're cutting over a little soon, but I could be wrong. Maybe you pegged it. Oh, it was just to avoid as much of the sticky stuff as possible. One last glance of this.